Cool. How are
How are
you,
you,
sir?
man? I'm
I'm
doing good.
very
I'm doing
well. I'm
good.
very well. So, what part of the world are you in? I hear an accent going on there.
I'm from Toronto. I'm from
Oh,
Toronto.
okay, nice.
So
Canada.
Canada, not a good
Canada.
spot to be.
No, at the moment, it's a bit, little bit. But
Yeah,
at the end of the day, everywhere's what you make it. Is what I say. Do you know what I mean? You
I
could be
agree.
in the deepest, darkest jungles of I don't know Africa or Asia, whatever, blah blah. But it's the place is not the place doesn't define you. You define the place that you're in. Do you know what
Exactly.
I mean? You
You're
define
a
yourself.
product of your environment.
Absolutely, absolutely. So tell me a little bit about you. You're Anthony, right?
Yeah, Anthony.
Yeah.
Um, so I'm 25 years old right now. Currently
Hmm.
living in Toronto. I do a lot of international business, so I fly to Dubai, Florida quite often, and I'm into the crypto blockchain technology space and also
Ah,
B2B, B2C. So I just been involved in the real world for almost 2 years now and just
awesome.
constantly grinding at it every single day because it's just there's a you get this feeling inside when you're leveling up in real life and not just doing it in a video game. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So
yeah.
that's the kind of the mindset I have lately.
Awesome, awesome. So you're into the crypto. Is that what you first got into when you first joined the real world, or was there
Uh
something that you got went into first?
so when I first got into, I was involved with the stock investing. I was
Hmm.
in that program, and the thing is, I was running a lot of my businesses since 2019. Some of them weren't as successful. Originally, I started in e-commerce. I was doing Amazon FBA, private labeling products from China, shipping it over to the US, and I built two brands like that. They weren't as profitable, but they were like the stepping stone that I needed. And then
Mm.
eventually, when I got into the real world, I got into the crypto investing campus, the business mastery campus,
Yeah.
um, the swing trading campus, which is the stock investing, and I started getting really deep into that. And I
Mm.
just love the layout of the program, like how everything's so structured. There's a community, there's messages being sent out every single day,
Mm.
constant updates on what the financial news is saying, what the economic news is saying, and then how there's live calls that you could be participate in and ask questions directly. So it's just the entire ecosystem itself is just phenomenal. The way it
It's
was
very
built,
interesting. At the moment, it's
yeah,
very, very
and
interesting.
it's getting better and better and better. And
It's getting
nobody, a
better
lot
and
of
better
people,
and better. Yeah,
a lot of
exactly.
people are not realizing this. Nobody's
No, no,
realizing
no,
this.
no. We have conversations like this pretty much on a daily basis. We had a massive conversation. I think it was for about 3 hours about about crypto and about where it's going and other shares, stocks, investments that you can actually make alongside. Like take for example your bitcoins, your Solanas, whatever, ETH.
Mhm.
So yeah, we had a deep, deep conversation with that. So you've always been in business. It seems
Yeah,
like from since you said 2019, you're 25 now. So that was when you was what,
I'm
19?
19, 19. Yeah, I started when I was
So
19.
when you was 19, you was doing business. So what made you go start going into
Well,
business from
honestly,
school or
I
from
would,
college?
I would say I didn't go into college or university or anything like that. After high school, I kind of just started working construction. I wanted to get as much money as I could so I can
Fair.
reinvest it into businesses that would cash flow and earn me enough money to set myself financially free from the rat race and whatever the
Mm,
case may be. So I just kept growing and learning every single day, reading books. I have like 160 books now, just
nice.
reading and absorbing as much information as I can and
Mm,
changing my environment. Ultimately, when I was 19 years old, I was around people who were partying, around people who just like to play video games. They didn't really like to do anything else other than that. And I said to myself, I'm like, listen, I gotta leave. I gotta leave this environment. So I left group chats. I still talk to those people till today, but they're in the same position they were 6 years ago. You know what I mean? They didn't really change anything. They didn't adapt. They're not growing every single day. And then from that, when as soon as I joined the real world, my growth spurt like 10x. Like I
yeah.
was making at the time probably 5 6K a month. Now I'm over 32K a month, and
Wow.
just like that's Canadian dollars though, so probably twenty
Yeah,
five
yeah,
twenty six
yeah.
thousand American. Um, and just having mentorship, having people around you that pave the path ahead of you, and then you're just kind of like following those lines and really understanding that there's not there's not a mistake that hasn't been made that you can learn and foresee and not do yourself. You know what I mean? Mistakes are costly, so if you can avoid as many as you can, you're gonna
No.
get to the destination a lot faster. So that was my idea behind it, and that's why the real world is amazing. And I wanted to do this interview.
How do your friends see you now? Because obviously you're traveling to Miami, going to Dubai, you're in Canada. How do your friends see you now? Because obviously they're in the same position as
Yeah.
you. When
So
you sort of,
a lot of my friends now, I've been able to make my own private mastermind group based out of Discord, and I have 37 members. Everybody's like ultra elite entrepreneurs, and I kind of brought everybody together, kind of what the real world is doing, but I did
mm,
it on my own version of it to have a
yeah,
community and a network. And from there, a lot of the people that I previously knew, I got them to partner with me and grow with me. So I've kind of paved the way. I've lost money on the way. Obviously, we all make losses, and in
hmm
order to earn $1 million, you got to lose thousands in the process. So that's what I did. I kind of paved the way, and then everybody who wanted to partner with me and grow with me and either do fitness or a business or network or learn skills, they're in my circle and my life still. But the people who haven't, they kind of drifted off, and that's God kind of forging the path for me, and that's
absolutely,
what I think.
100%,
Yeah.
100%. So when did you started 2009? You sorry, correct me if I'm wrong. You joined the real world 2 years ago,
So I joined the real world like ending or close to the
2023.
ending of 2022. 22. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly, but 2022,
Yeah.
2023 is
Uh-huh.
when I first started joining the real world.
Okay, so what made you join the real world, and how did you come across it?
I just really love the mindset that Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate bring out into the world. I love the idea of like you got to work hard every single day. Um, you create your own luck by putting in effort every single day and really growing. And there's one thing that it's funny because in Canada they have like a lotto max system, and basically what you can do is you can pay $5 every week, and you get a chance to win $1,000 a day. And I'm like, okay, this is it's pretty interesting. I played for a few months, did not work, did not win. You can't buy your lottery approach into life, into winning. It's through hard work. So I
Absolutely.
got into that purchasing those tickets, and I realized, you know what, I'm gonna try to do this myself. And then eventually, I achieved the point where now I'm making $1,000 a day just by
Mm,
having a bunch of cash flowing assets. And that's basically what happened. And seeing Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate always posting amazing content, free content. There's so much content online that people can learn from and
absolutely.
immediately apply into their day to day life. And a lot of people take it for granted. They're not really looking into what's really being done behind the scenes with the community, the network, the students
Mm,
talking to each other. And
mm,
you're not the only one on this path. You know what I mean? A lot of people think it's a lonely path, but it's not when you have a community of people on the same
100%.
direction as you.
100%. All like-minded people just trying to do exactly the same
Yeah.
thing as what like you, I, them guys are trying to do, and it's a never-ending cycle, but it's a good cycle to be on. It's a good journey to be on, should I say? It's never ending because there's always things that we could be doing better. We're gonna try
Yeah.
and make better, mainly for you guys in the real world. So every day's a work day, but it's a
Yeah.
good work. It's an enjoyable work day. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nothing's for me is nothing is something. So when did you actually start? When did you make your first, let's say, Canadian dollar? Because it's or UK US dollar, whatever Canadian dollar. When did you first? Because you joined 2 years ago.
Mhm.
Was the e-commerce stroke crypto canvas the first canvas you went into, or did you have a look around?
So mainly I was looking around everything. I signed up to every single program, but I know
Mm,
that if you do 100 programs, you're never gonna get nothing done. You got to focus on one thing.
mm,
So
mm,
I dialed in on the stock investing campus because I already had a portfolio of my own. My
mhm.
portfolio last year or a year and a half ago was about 23,000 dollars. Now I'm sitting at close to 70,000, and that's
Nice.
over 50 grand in just 2 years just by following the program and the criteria they set.
Yeah.
It's a very easy process. A lot of people think that investing or trading or getting involved in the markets is very complicated, but
Mm,
when you join the real world, everything is laid out for you step by step
mm,
in an
mm,
easy procedure. You're able to follow every single thing you want to learn about, and you're able to ask follow-up questions, join live calls. There's everything included, even templates. Like you have templates that you use on Google Sheets, on
mm,
Google Docs, that you can easily download and use to your day-to-day businesses. And that's the first amount of money that I made in the real world. But then in the business mastery campus is where I really exploded because I was learning how to network, learning how to connect the dots and how to really sell. So now in my circle since 2019, I've only had I didn't know any millionaires. I didn't have anybody around me that was a millionaire. Now I
mm.
know 34 millionaires. I can call right now on my phone. So there
Yeah.
was a video that Trishan posted recently where he's like, if I could give you my phone and you can talk as me, you'd be a millionaire in 7 days. I completely agree with that because just from last week to this week, I thought of a car rental business and I built it in 7 days. So I've already had two sales, over 1100 of revenue in literally 10 days of just building
Mm.
the program out and then connecting the dots, getting a partner to bring in capital, getting a partner to find the vehicle, boom. And then it's just quick when you have the mindset and you have the program teaching you what directions to take.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that Luke actually says when he's actually in there. If you have an idea, don't write it down, just do it. Like literally.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we just said we were sitting on the sofa in Dubai. This is the beginning of the year, and he's like if you guys have if anybody has an idea, some people write it down and they put it in their phone and then they get on with something else. No, if you write it down and try and put it into sorry, if you think about it, then try and put it into action, like pretty
Mhm.
much straight away, because that's when it's fresh and that's when it's going to think. So sorry, how much did you? When was it that you first made your first? I missed it when you actually said it. If you said it,
Mhm.
when was it that you actually made your first kind of dollar from the
Oh,
campus?
in the
Yeah.
first week,
Yeah.
in the first week
Oh, in the first week.
in the first week I already made money on the trade in the stock market
How much was that?
because it was like I think like $2,000. I put in a trade about $7,000 in the trade, and then I got lucky, fortunate enough to join in the trade when one of the professors mentioned it, and
Yeah.
then that trade ended up making like 30-40% in just that short period of time. And I said, you know what, like this is
This is
legitimate. Let me keep let
yeah.
me double down and
Let
triple
me
down on
expand.
it.
Yeah, let me expand a little bit on
Yeah,
this
yeah.
one. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. So you're now consistently at around about 30
Oh,
k,
yeah,
or is
yeah.
that
So
number? Is that
I'm
the
ranging
calculation?
between 30 to 32 a month right now. Um, so that's about so roughly in total from joining in the real world from the date that I joined to now, I've made up over $300,000.
Mm,
Um, I know I'm going to become a millionaire by next year for 100% just by
yeah.
the scale that I'm doing and the team that I'm building around me.
Yeah.
But even then, it's like my favorite part about being in the real world, especially in certain campuses, is that you're able to personally direct message the other students that are really successful in there that are helping day-to-day people, and everyone there is extremely polite. They're very generous with their time and they're very generous with their information. So everyone thinks in the normal society, everyone thinks that, oh, rich people are selfish, they don't want to help you, they're not willing to show you the ways of earning income. But there's enough profit in the world to go around for everybody,
Mm,
because there's only 1% of us. 99% of people are not doing this, so there's a lot of opportunity for us to provide value to others. And I feel like the real world in that program where you're able to message other people,
mm.
it's very good and lucrative.
This is one thing about the real world which is unique, because there are millionaires that want to help you. There are millionaires outside of the millionaire bracket, that haven't got time to kind of help you. But this is where the real world is, I think, a niche, and I think is super special in the sense of we as people, them as millionaires, want you to become a millionaire. They're not there to kind of keep their wealth to themselves and keep their secrets to
Mhm.
themselves. They're there to share everything and make everybody as successful as possible. So that's why I think that the real world is its own entity. There's nothing like
Yeah,
it in the
there's
world.
nothing like it. I'll be honest with you. I've done a lot of programs. I've done a lot of online academies, and there's nothing like the real world. The real
That's what I
world is
mean. You
the
have
best thing out there.
That's what I'm saying. You have speakers that say, "Oh, mentoring this, that, the other, blah, blah." Yeah, there is that. Okay, cool. You might go pay X amount of money to go and hear this guy talk and da 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 da. But then after that, you may have questions
Mhm.
that you may not have remembered at that point in time, or you may not have been able to ask at that point in time. With the real world, you can just, okay, cool. I got this question. Boom, done. Questions asked,
Yeah.
answer. Boom, there. It's just done, done, done. Okay, cool.
It's funny. I'll tell you a quick story, briefly here. I have a friend of mine where I got him. He got a membership in the real world, and within 10 days, he was able to close a client for his content agency, just like that. Just
Cool.
by going into the section of finding clients. There's a
Yeah.
section in there. Whoever's watching this will see it eventually. When you get into there, there's step by step and how to outreach to clients, and within 10 days, he was able to close a reoccurring client monthly, just like
Amazing.
that. So it's really easy for people people who assume they already have a business and they're making income and they think they can do it on their own. When you join the real world, you're gonna 10x from there, because all the skills that you get from there, you can implement it into your business
Absolutely.
immediately.
Immediately. 100%. 100%. What would you say was the hardest part about obviously your journey so far
The,
today?
the hardest part, I would say, is adapting the mindset in order to keep going every single day, and knowing that you got to believe in yourself no matter what.
Mm.
And the problem is, most people, they don't have the guidance or the mentorship, or the people, the environment around them, where they're able to get motivated, because motivation is temporary. They're not able to be disciplined enough in the long run because they don't have the environment pushing them. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, if you're living with one of your friends and he's doing push-ups in the morning, you're gonna wake up, you're gonna be like, I need to do push-ups too. So that's what you need around you. You need an environment of men that are working hard,
Yeah.
women as well that are working hard. And I feel like in the real world, when you log in every single morning, there's so much features that make you want to come back. It's a literal real life video game. Like,
Yeah.
people, I used to play video games a lot growing up. I played video games for like 10 years, and when you join into the real world, you see the axis of you're leveling up your rank, you're
Mm.
getting points, you're being able to buy perks where you can DM people, you can communicate with others, you level up together, and
Mm.
there's leaderboards of success, so you can get to the top of the leaderboard and then grow in there. So there's so many ways for you to be involved, and
Mm.
also use that as a video game for your mind, so that way you can keep leveling up every day and having fun. So whatever you work towards and you're having fun doing it, it's not really work at the end of the day.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. I love that. Love that. I'm gonna refer back to what you said about the push-ups in the morning. When you got a friend, we do that every single day. Have you trained yet? No. When are you training? Now. Okay, cool. And then it's just one of those things. And
Mhm.
then like you get up in the morning, Andrew's working, Tristan's working, I'm working, Bailey's working, everybody's
Yeah,
working.
you're gonna want to work. You're gonna be like, why am I not gonna work?
Fine, yeah. You're not going to walk around the house and think, "Oh, okay, cool. What am I going to do?" I mean, we have our moments where we might go and play like Smash Bros or something like that, but it's
Yeah,
just a challenge.
yeah,
But then, after a couple of games, it's like straight back to work, and it's just
yeah.
exactly the same process with work, with gym, with pretty much everything.
That's what I
You,
love about you guys. You guys have the work life, and then you also need a balance. You know what I mean? You got to have
yeah,
fun so you can fuel that work life, and I feel like
yeah,
that's
yeah.
what you
So we can
guys have.
feel it.
It.
Our fun
Everybody
is more of a
assumes, yeah,
Our fun is more of a challenge. We always kind
yeah,
of banter to people. We're sitting there working, and like Andrew will say to Marcel or say to Bailey, "You can't beat me," or Bailey will say to him, "Let's run it," or "Let's." Do you know what I mean? One hour in the middle of work, and then they'll take off, break, 20 minutes, half hour, run it, abuse each other, banter, this, that, the other, straight back to work. It's absolutely
yeah.
absolutely awesome. Dynamic in this house is absolutely awesome. So,
That's
yeah.
that's
So, what would you
phenomenal, man.
say? Biggest failures and biggest turning points.
Biggest failures and biggest turning points. That's a good one. The biggest failure I've had personally was, well, like in my career in total, I've lost in total. I track everything that I do. I've lost $96,000 in total
Mhm.
from starting, and my losses have been all before the real world, because of the mindset I didn't have. You know what I mean? Like, doing things that I thought I could do on my own, I wasn't able to do. But over a period of time, you just got to believe in yourself that you can do it anyways. And now I'm making it to the point where every 3 months I'm recovering the entire career losses. You know what I mean? So it's like, the risk is there, but the reward is way higher. It's way worth it. We only have one life to live, and we might as well try to achieve as much as we can, and enjoy the best life possible. So I feel like my biggest achievement was being able to keep my body healthy and in shape during this process, because I see a lot of people where they just assume work, but they don't go on walks, they don't go outside and get and absorb the nature, they don't hit the gym, they don't fight. Like, I do MMA, like I do jiu-jitsu, boxing,
Nice.
Muay Thai. I do all of that, and when you go in that gym, it's humbling. You're getting punched in the face, you're getting your legs, you're not walking out straight anymore, you're limping.
Yeah,
So there,
yeah, I
there,
know
there,
that.
there,
I know
there's
that.
a, there's a lot of there's a lot of pain behind that. So the pain is a good thing, because people run away from pain and they don't run towards it. You gotta,
Mm.
if you're in the uncomfortable direction of life, that's when you're going in the right direction.
See, I always say that, and I always say that it's always good to, you know, take a break and put your mind into that, and to have the discipline to go
Mhm.
and to do that on a daily basis as well. It's actually it helps you with your work. It helps you to getting back into that, because you have that hour, 2 hours of nothingness. Your brain zones out, and you have to focus on the person in front of you, or you have to focus on your coach, or you have to focus on somebody else that's trying to punch you in the face. So your brain is totally zoned out from your work, and that then gives you, like, when you go in there, when you come back out of it afterwards, you feel such a sense of relief. Your mind's clear to actually get on and do the work that you need to do when you get home. So I always kind of believe, I've always trained anyway. So, like,
Yeah.
I
It's
just,
like a
it's
form
part
of
of it.
meditation.
Yeah, yeah, it
Yeah.
is. It's part of my DNA as well. It's just like,
Mm.
I've got to do
Yeah.
this. I've got to do that
I
as
follow
much.
you on Instagram too. I see everything you're
Yeah. Oh,
posting. It's
yeah.
crazy,
Okay.
man.
Cool.
Yeah.
Um, I've got to do it. It's just a
Mm.
part of me. What would you say to your old self that lost
Oof.
your money back then? What would you say if you was
Uh,
talking to your old self?
I would say that awareness is everything. Being aware of your surroundings, your product, your market, your demand, your supply, understanding what the world needs and what the people need. Because and you can't create money out of thin air. This is what Andrew Tate said. You can't create money out of thin air. You can only take it from other people. And how can you do that? You got to think about who's taking your money from you. If you go to
Correct.
Starbucks, if you go to all these different places where they're taking your money, why are they taking your money? Is it because of the customer service? Is it because of the location? So these are things that I think about on a daily basis, and I feel like that really helped me scale to where I am, because I'm like, why not just learn from the other businesses just by trying to analyze what they do day to day, and then I kind of use that way of thinking and looking through a money lens to get me where I need to go. And I feel
Mm,
like that's the best piece of advice I would give myself when I was 20 years old, starting this out, and really understanding that another important thing is you have to have awareness and you have to have some sort of mentorship along the way, a
mm.
community of people that build with you, because you can win alone, but winning alone is not as good as winning with a group of people. So like they
Yeah.
say, a famous quote is, "Go fast alone or go further together." You know what I mean? And I think going
Brilliant.
further together is the best form
Together is
of success.
awesome. So you've got your own kind of group, haven't you? You've got your
Yeah, yeah.
group of
So
people.
it's interesting because I built my group with the idea of the real world. I got into the real world and I'm like, listen, I love the community so much. I love everything about it. And I
Mm.
feel like a lot of people that I know can benefit from this. So I wanna get them involved. Hello?
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
you're
I'm
like,
still
yeah.
I'm still
So
here.
I want to get them involved into something where they have that community feeling. You know what I mean? And start being in life. You can make as much money as you want, but it won't be as satisfying as impacting other people and helping everyone around you. And that's what
Yes.
the real world is about. Professors in there are willing to share information, see you, and they get happy from that, right? Like most people assume that millionaires and all these people don't want to help, but a lot of people do. A lot of people want to help
Yeah, a lot
others
of people
and
do
see
want to
them
help.
win, right?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So in your group, do you have any like core principles, or do you set yourself certain core principles with regards to, your investments or anything else like that you're actually making at the moment?
Yeah, so the number one most important thing is understanding adaptability, being
Hmm.
able to adapt to anything, because every single day the market's changing, environment's changing, there's wars going on,
Mm,
there's rules being put in place, and you have to understand there's not only one way to succeed in life, there's multiple ways. And that's kind of like the idea that I give to everybody in the group. And I kind of like, as the founder and leader of the group, I kind of want to make everyone behind me like follow the steps that I'm taking, because I
mm.
want to keep winning, and I'm using the mindset that I have from the real world, like doing the financial wizardry,
Yeah.
doing the daily Tate lessons, and understanding that there's so much to learn every single day.
Mm,
If you're in a room where you know everything and everybody is below you, then you're in the wrong room. You got to be in a room that's people are ahead of you,
absolutely.
they're making more money than you, and I feel like the real world is the perfect place for that, because
Mm.
you're in there, you're making more money, they're making more money than you're learning from them, and you're just growing back to back with information.
Yeah, yeah, I understand. I understand. And you referred to the real world, like how it's helped you. Okay, cool. So if you was in the real world, like, because obviously the real world's helped you so much to achieve what you wanted to achieve. I mean, do you reckon you could have been like this without the real world?
So I would say
Because
I'll use
because
yeah.
sorry, just to elaborate on that, because you as a very, it seems like you as a very kind of forward thinking, business minded person. And like with all of the help that you've given other people, all of the help that you want to give other people, and obviously starting your businesses from early, really, to be fair, and then obviously progressing onto here. That's why I've asked that question.
Yeah, so it's a great question. I think one of the most important things um, is that the real world gives you a direction. It gives you some sort of where you're shooting a gun, but you know where you're aiming. You know what I mean? Because
Right.
at the end of the day, you can be in a car fueled up with, in a Ferrari, and you need to go from, like, let's say you need to go from Switzerland to France, and you got to drive there,
Mm,
right? If you don't have a GPS, you don't have a compass, you're not going to get there. You're not going to. You might get there. You might ask for directions. You might find a way to get there, but
mm,
you're not going to get there as quickly as you can. And I feel like being a part of the real world and having these multiple professors and multiple courses and structures properly laid out, you're able to get in that direction a lot quicker. Like at the end of
mm,
the day, we all want speed. We all want to get rich tomorrow. I don't want to be 80 years old driving a Ferrari. I don't want to be 75 putting my wheelchair in the back of the Lambo. No, I want to do that today. I want to do that tomorrow. And the quickest way to,
nice.
the quickest way to do that is being a part of a community that is everybody's working towards it fast and quickly. And
Yeah, yeah.
there's so much. Everybody whoever watches this video, there's so much opportunity out there. There's a thousand different
Mm.
ways. As your network, you know this, Nigel. As your network grows, every single day there's a deal. Every single
Yeah,
day there's an opportunity for
that's
you to
an
do something
opportunity.
that
Exactly what I was
like
going to say. Yeah.
the real world gives you direction and gives you unlimited work, which is
Mm,
good because you need unlimited work. In the beginning, when I didn't have it, I never forget when I didn't have it. It was like I'd wake up in the morning and I would look at my, for example, I would look at this and I'd be like,
mm,
okay, it's empty. What do I got to do? I'm lost. And I got to
mm,
spend 3 hours trying to find what to do. Now
mm.
it's like every morning I have an entire
You've
list
got a list.
of
Yeah, yeah,
what to
yeah.
do. I know
Yeah.
exactly what to do. I'm behind. I feel like I'm behind, but the main goal was to eat, and now there's a plate filled with more food, more than I can chew, and that's a blessing, blessing in
Mhm,
disguise. So
mhm.
that's my overall opinion on it.
So do you live at home with your parents
So
or?
so I manage two tenant properties right now from both my grandparents. They both have rental basements that I manage to help them earn income. And I'm currently living with my one of my best friends who's also an influencer on TikTok. He has 300,000 400,000 followers, and he's the one that I introduced to the real world and was able to make money within 10 days. So his name is Kevin Galloway. He's pretty big on TikTok, and he's been able to make a lot of money just by using the real world, and also some of the contracts that I was able to print out of the real world to
Mm,
provide for him. He's been able to literally use it in his day to day business. So that's
awesome.
that's that's what I'm doing now.
You brought someone
And
on. Yeah, that's good.
yeah, yeah,
That's good. He must be well happy with you. He must be well happy with you bringing him on like that. That's also good.
yeah,
So you heard about the Real World 2.0?
yeah. I heard about
So is
the
there anything that you're looking forward to? I mean, I asked this question to pretty much everybody because obviously we're introducing kind of like new processes, etc., into the real world. So is there anything that specifically that you're looking forward to?
well, for example, one of the most important things is people don't have access to money, and the real world 2.0 is coming up with a payment processor credit card where you're able to use these funds to
Mm,
grow your business. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's one of the most important things. Every business needs fuel. They need money in able to grow and scale, and I feel like that's one of the most important things in there. And it's just growing overall. When you see the real world 2.0 coming out and launching, it means that we're helping a lot of people and the
mm,
community is growing, and that's what I really love about it. And I love that the idea how it's getting better and better, and it's safer. You know what I mean? Like you're getting crypto involved, crypto payments, and
mm.
everything overall. It's just getting amazing. I have a lot of my friends. I have like three of my friends in the war room as well. They're Satorio Shooter,
Yeah,
Jewel. Yeah,
yeah.
so Jewel, they're all really close with Jewel. So you might know them. I don't know if you know them.
Who are they?
Uh, Tomo. He's a rejuvenation clinic. He has rejuvenation clinics. He's involved in the private equity fund that I'm in, and then there's another guy
Think
named.
so. I think. Where does he reside? Is he in Dubai or is he? Where is he? Where's he from?
He's in Florida, but he goes to Dubai often, and so does one of my best friends who's also a business partner of mine. His name on Instagram is True Money Mike. If you click him, you probably have a lot of people that follow him. True Money Mike. That's his
Yeah,
name on Instagram.
right, yeah.
So he's
I've
a
met,
kickboxer. Yeah,
I've met, I probably have met him actually, in all fairness. But I've met so many people through the real world because I've been, sorry, for the war room because I've been to so many events. And sometimes faces more resonate with me than kind of like names. It's like, oh yeah, yeah, I remember you from da da da. I
yeah,
remember, and obviously there's so many, there's thousands of members within the war room, and when we
mm,
have these kind of purges and when we have these events in the war room, some are in Dubai, some are in the UK, some are here. So we have these, but every single time there's like 50, 60 people every single time
mm,
that
yeah.
attend these events. So it's kind of, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard
It's
to keep
hard.
track. It's kind
It's
of
hard
hard
to
to
keep
keep track of
track.
everybody. Yeah, yeah, it's hard to keep track of everybody. But faces wise. I remember faces,
Yeah, the
names.
most, that's what's great about the real world is that you get into that level where you're learning how to make money, and then as soon as you level up a little bit more, you enter the war room, and then now you're a part of a network that you can attend events, you can grow. So there's levels to this game, which is nice,
Yeah,
which is why
yeah.
it's amazing to be a part of this community, and me having friends that are in it and that are making like 600 to 700,000 a month. These
Mm.
guys are killing it, and they have
Smash it.
residencies in Dubai, and they're smashing it. And
Smashing it.
it
Yeah,
just makes me realize that this is the place to be. This is the place to be. If people are
yeah,
not
yeah.
involved with this,
There's more. There's always more. There's always more. There's always more. I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. I actually love going to the war room events as well. I actually love being a part of the war room events. They are hard, but they are kind of knowledgeable as well because obviously Andrew's there as well. And not only do we obviously be spar and stuff like that, blah blah, but there's an element of knowledge that goes around a room when you actually speak to all of these other people that have made it, have started from the ground and worked their way up all the way through. It's kind of inspiring stories as well to see the grind that they've got. And it doesn't matter where they're from as well because they're from all over the world, which is fantastic. Uh, like say from Canada, Asia, America, UK, it doesn't really make a difference. Europe, whatever, blah blah. It's absolutely super inspiring. So, what's your plan? Your plan for the next 6 months? Do you know what I used to always, and I think I said this before on my last interview. I think I said this before, and I always used to say, "Give me," because I used to always make a 2 to 5 year plan where I want to be
yeah,
in this amount of time. But now that has just gone shoo, because the world moves so quickly right now.
mhm.
So I always say 6 months.
that's
So
a that's a
six
that's a
months will
good
be by
answer.
the end of the year for you. So where do you plan on being by the end of the year? Whether it be financially, whether it be business wise, where do you plan on being by the end of the year?
Um, I plan on number one, continuing the push-ups that I'm doing now because I'm literally I'm at 19,000 right now, like doing push-ups 100 a day.
Oh,
Just from
nice.
the real world, yeah. So that's one of the things that I've also done too. I would say in 6 months from now, I want to get to 100,000 a month,
Hmm.
and I want to be able to probably most likely join the war room as well and be a part of the community at
Hmm.
a deeper level, and just keep scaling all the businesses that I have currently and being able to have a team around every business because you can be the CEO and be yourself by yourself working, but it's not enough time in a day to do that. You need a team of people around you that you can trust and that you can build with. So that's the next step right now. I'm planning to expand my businesses and have my employees working for me and being able to scale it at the same time. So I'm going to be able to provide opportunity for others as well. That's
Cool.
kind of my goal.
And you have a kind of, when we say plan, okay, you want to achieve this, but do you have an avenue of how you're going to get there? Do you have a roadmap
Yeah,
of how you're
yeah.
going to get
So I've done in terms of sales, I've closed about 2.2 million the past 2 years.
there?
2.2 million in closed sales into the private equity fund that we're a part of, just by being a part of the real world. So I didn't. That's not the money that I've earned, but I've done in total deals the past 2 years, $3 million with real estate development and all kinds of other businesses just by being knowledgeable and networking and connecting the dots. But I would say the plans are there in multiple avenues because you don't want to be rich one way, you want to be rich many ways, and you want to have teams that are in every single section working with you and
100%.
growing with you.
100%, 100%. Okay, cool. Last question before I let you go, because
Yeah,
this is the thing. See, I talk so much, and I'm just firing questions, and I'm letting you talk, and I'm firing questions, and I'm letting you talk, because I find this so interesting, and I find like everybody's journey is different, and it's also
mm,
inspiring for me to see, like obviously from where we all come from to see that everybody else is doing leveling up in the same way. Obviously, I leveled up in a later time, but it's actually really really good to see that such younger people are actually noticing what they can actually do from early and just getting
I
on it and
appreciate
staying.
that.
No, it's super. I mean, the last person I spoke to was 20 years old. Do you know what I mean? I mean,
Yeah, I was in the
previous,
call. I was hearing it. It was amazing. Like
yeah,
the
previous
young
before that.
guy.
I mean, I think it was last week or the week before. I think the guy was 17 years old, 18 years old, 18.
Yeah,
I spoke to 17, 18, and 19 years old, 20, 21, 22. Do you know what I mean? And the oldest person I spoke to was about 40. Was he 40 or was he 50? I think it was about 40 or 50. But he joined late, but he already gone through multiple businesses. But what the real world
mm,
helped him to do was level up his knowledge of businesses and how he could have done things a little bit better. And now he's just still taking his same kind of business acumen and just reach the sky. So he's doing super well.
yeah.
So what would you say to someone that didn't join the real world, that was skeptical, that thought it was all a big furnace?
I would say that's a good one. So I would definitely say that $50 is something that isn't much money. If you go buy two Big Macs at McDonald's, you're paying $50. So if you can go to you're like, yeah, if you can go to McDonald's and purchase that, what makes you say that you can't put $50 towards your future and really build your life up to the point where you can make money in 30 days, you can make money in 14 days if you really put your mind to it.
Mm.
And there's plenty of opportunities to do so. I feel like the most important thing is if you believe in yourself, you can do it. You know what I mean? If you believe in yourself and you really think that you can grow and you can become better, there's no risk. It's $50. You join in, you learn how to make money in one avenue. You're going to come out with information that's going to help benefit your life no matter what. Actionable steps. Like there's a lot of
Absolutely.
fluff out there. There's people that just post shit and they talk for 38 minutes to the camera, and you're not getting any information that you can use tomorrow. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Use today. And the real world has actionable steps that you can
Mm.
implement literally the same day. So that's what I would say to people. And I've been able to bring a lot of members into the group, and they've been able to make a lot of money from it. So that's what I love the most about it. And it's something that you can refer because you've known it works really well. You know what I
Mm.
mean? And it's continuously getting better every single day. Every single day, every
Absolutely.
single week, I see updates in the real world. Like when you log in, the dashboard's amazing, and there's
Mm.
updates of like da 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 has been done, da 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 has been done, and then it gets you motivated. You know?
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. I mean, two things. The $50 a month is like a takeaway a month. Do you know what I mean? You can.
Yeah,
Some people have two takeaways a month. Some people have three takeaways a month. Do you know what I mean? If you were to take one of those takeaways away and then level up yourself, then that's that's my thought process behind it. Do you know what I mean? It's
yeah,
just
yeah.
so much, so
One
much.
of one of the things is like I told one of my friends, I'm like, listen, you should get in the real world. It's gonna make you more money. You're gonna be able to help your family, pay more bills off. No, it's too expensive. But then in the weekend, I see him buying a bottle of $600. You could have paid for the real world for the entire year. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's like it's
it's
that mindset
yeah,
where they
the
kind of
mindset.
have to get
Yeah.
over that hurdle. As soon as you pass that hurdle of, listen, like the money I'm putting into here is reinvestments into myself.
Mm.
That's when you really start growing.
Yeah, there's no point in putting money into flexing because you can. I just I can't that for me is like you can buy a bottle for £600 or I could pay for the real world for $600 and that's my year's paid off and I'm learning so much and
And when you pay $600 up front, you get a discount.
exactly. So,
People
do
don't know
you
that.
know what I mean? It's a win-win situation. Do you know what I mean? You probably have change left over on top of that. If you was to
Yeah.
pay for the year, you still have change left over, and you could still not necessarily buy that big bottle. You can buy a small bottle. So it's like, come
Mm.
on, it's it's just it's a no-brainer. Okay, well, I'll let you go because again, I talk too much. I talk way too much. It's been absolutely awesome talking to you. I wish you all the best.
I
You're gonna hit
appreciate
that
that.
100K. I'm sure you are. Was it 100K? You said it was 100K.
Yeah, 100K.
But
Yeah.
yeah, you're gonna hit 100K. You said. And obviously, when I speak to you next, we'll see where you are. When are you going to Dubai?
I'm going
Did
in
you say
October.
you're going in October?
Yeah, yeah. Usually people go to Dubai in October, April. Those are the best times. You go any other time, you're dying of heat.
Yeah, but I'm actually going on Sunday. I actually leave to go on Sunday because I got some business to take care of over there. Uh,
That's good. That's good.
it's soon, but I'm not really looking forward to the heat. But it is what it is.
Yeah, you
Don't
got to
care.
do it.
But I'll be there in October.
You'll be there now. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah. So
because I think we're gonna spend the whole team is gonna spend from October. I'm not sure when it but might be mid October, from mid October till next year there. So we're gonna spend the whole of the winter there.
that's good. That's good. Yeah, Dubai is the opportunity, the land of opportunity over there for
Oh
sure.
my god, it's the best networking city in the world.
You know what I love about the most with the real world and being a part of like this community of people is that there's trust established. Like you go to North America, like US and Canada, and you're over here working, and it's like you don't know if you're trusting that person that you're doing a deal with. You know what I mean? He might backstab you, but
Yeah,
inside of the program, it's like everybody's here to win. Nobody's gonna backstab each other because
correct.
the hardest part is you lose your reputation immediately. Everybody
You're
knows
gone.
the type of person
You're
you are.
literally gone. You don't want to do that because obviously, if you're making a certain amount of money, you don't want to lose that. You don't want to lose that form of income. So you're not gonna. It's like I can use the same analogies when you go to Dubai. You're not gonna go over to Dubai and steal something. You're not gonna go over to Dubai and commit like any form of crime or punch someone in the face like you can in the UK or whatever. Blah blah. You're not gonna do that. So you're gonna respect the area that you're in and you respect the real world that you're in because they give you back so much and they can give you so much more. So you're not
Mhm.
gonna step on anybody's toes to do you know what I mean? Get better.
Exactly.
And there have been a couple of people and
Yeah.
they've gone. They're literally
And it's
gone. And what are they doing now? Who knows? But they ain't doing what they should be doing, and they ain't earning the money that they should be earning right now. I know that for a fact. They might have taken a couple of skills away, but there's always skills to be learned every single day. And because you're in a
yeah.
team of or you're in a group, you're in a community of people that are always learning every single day. You know, you might not know something that the other person knows. That they'll share that secret with you or whatever. Blah blah blah. It's just a network, and I just think it's the best
Mhm.
network in the world.
Like even for example, what happened to me this week is I started another business, which is a steak business. So basically,
Mhm,
I have a connection to a steak supplier who gives me 24 steaks for let's say $130.
mhm.
That's my sourcing cost, and my sale price is $200. So I'm making $70 on every single steak box that I sell. And just 1 week alone, I sold 7 boxes just because of the network,
Yeah,
the connection to the supplier and branding it. So like putting
yeah.
a logo on it, printing that logo on top of the boxes, sending it out to them. All of a sudden now I have a steak business. And I didn't
Yeah.
do any of the work. I called my one friend. I'm like, listen, you put that together. I called my other friend, yo, you pick that up. Boom.
That's it, but yeah,
Just
yeah,
like
yeah.
that. Just like that, I made an
That's
extra $500 this week. So that's
there you
that's
go.
the idea of once you're in the real world, you get all these connections, and you really
Yeah,
start developing a team mindset, and that's the
yeah,
best part.
absolutely. It's actually networking outsourcing, and that person's probably making a little bit of dough off there.
Yeah.
Then
You pay
everybody's
the guy
everybody's
delivery
everybody's
fee, you pay this guy, you pay that guy, and then everybody's
everybody's
happy, everybody wins.
everybody's winning. So it's awesome. Right. So yeah, I'll let you go now. Really good to speak to you. Really, really good to speak to you.
Thank you, brother.
And yeah, wish you all the best. Probably see you in October if we
Let's do
cross
it.
paths in October. Yeah, yeah, cross paths in
We'll do
October.
we'll do some we'll do some rounds of sparring, but I'm not as good as you though. So
No, no, no. That's all. That's all good. I think there's a event on in October sometime, but I don't know where it is. I don't know whether it's America or I don't know whether it's Dubai. But I go to TK when I'm in
oh
Dubai.
TK 2K. Let me
TK
write that down.
MMA Fit.
TK MMA Fit. Okay, I'm gonna put
Yeah,
that
yeah.
down here
So
so when I go.
you follow me on Gram, so just hit me up when you're there,
Yeah,
and then
I'll
yeah,
do that.
yeah, we'll sort it out.
Let's do it, brother.
Okay, cool.
I
Good to
appreciate
meet
it.
you. Good to speak to you.
Good to
And
meet you.
yeah, I'll see you soon. I'll see you soon because I'll be in Dubai
Thank you.
definitely. So.
All right, take care, brother.